Okay, hi guys, I think I'm live now. If you can see me and if you can hear me, please do message in the chat that everything is looking good, and then we'll start today's session. Before we start off, please do like the stream. The like target before we end today's stream is 250. I want to get to 250 likes before we end the stream. If we get to 250 likes, there will be a session on LRDA, a very comprehensive LRDA session. And if we can actually get to 250 likes, we'll also be launching the 100 quant questions that people should know to prepare for QAT. If we get to 250 likes, I think right now we have around 50 likes. So please do like that, like the stream, so that we can reach more people. And as CAT is coming very soon, and I think the admit cards are also released, I would recommend you to start taking as many mocks as you can from now till CAT. Right now, you should really ramp up the number of mocks that you're going to take. It is recommended that you take at least 2 mocks every week. And if you're looking for free mocks, you have to just Google search Krakow free CAT mocks, and you'll be getting a link where you can actually take 3 free CAT mocks. For example, if you want to see over here, just go to google.com. And once you go to Google, just type Krakow free. So you can see that this is searched by a lot of people. So we have free CAT mocks, we have snap mocks. So people actually search for it. If you just Google search for Krakow free CAT mock, then you will get the link. Just click on it and you'll go to the site where there are 3 free CAT mocks. This one, and this one. These are completely free and they have video solutions. These are extremely good mocks which I would really recommend you to take. Now coming to today's stream, the stream is on geometry. This is one of the most important topics in quant. Like many of you know, if you actually know, please message in the chat. There are 3 very important topics in quant. I always mention the names of the 3 topics. Anybody who wants to answer it for the rest of the people, please do message in the chat. What are the 3 most important topics in quant from which the bulk of the questions really come? Yeah. Marzaban Tawadia has gotten all the 3 correct. You are absolutely right, Marzaban. Algebra, arithmetic and geometry. The most important topic is arithmetic. The second most important is geometry, and the third most important is algebra. So geometry, as you would know, is a very important topic. And there are 2 separate types of questions that are asked in geometry. Both of them, in my opinion, are slightly different from each other. One of them is 2D geometry, which is what we'll be looking at primarily today. 2D geometry will basically contain topics like, say, circles, triangles, polygons, etc., etc. These are 2D geometry. They have a 2D presence. You will draw a diagram and you will try to understand the lengths of different lines or the area of a triangle, those kind of things. And the other one is mensuration. Mensuration is very formula based. Mensuration is 3D geometry, where basically you are asked to calculate the volume of a particular cuboid, or you are told that a sphere is melted and then smaller spheres are made, and how much is the surface area, increase in surface area, something like that, which is basically dependent on volume of solids. Mensuration and solids. Solids are like, say, cylinder, cube, cuboid, cone, those kind of things, frustum. So you need to figure out the total surface area, volume, lateral surface area, those kind of things. Now, geometry in a lot of aspects is application of formulas. This application of formulas is a lot more present and a lot more easier in mensuration. This is very, very formula based. So if you know the formula and if you know the formulas for volume and total surface area of the important solids. What are the important solids? Like, say, cylinder, cube, cuboid, cone, sphere. More or less, I think this will be it. If you know the formulas and if you answer a few questions where you get the confidence of what are the kind of questions that can be asked and how do I prepare for them, you will be able to get most of the questions correct in mensuration and solids. Now, with respect to 2D geometry, the formulas are a lot, and you should also know what is the best way to approach a problem. This you will get only by first knowing all the formulas. And there are a lot of formulas. For example, like I just mentioned, in 2D geometry, the number of formulas is very limited and you can easily figure out which formula to be used. Over here, the number of formulas, even in one specific topic, like say circles and tangents, there are a lot of them. So, but you need to know all the formulas. It is very important. It is not very difficult also. If you spend a few hours, if you watch good videos, you will be able to figure out the important formulas. And you should also know how to apply them, how to apply the formulas. That application where basically when there are a lot of formulas, you know that okay, in circles for example there are say 15 formulas and you look at a question, you should be able to figure out what is the formula that I should use. That you are going to get only with practice, and that is what we are going to do today. So today we have 10 questions. All of them are very nice, interesting questions. Every question we are giving 2 minutes. Some people feel that 2 minutes is too little time. I agree with that. But some of the questions are easy, so many of you will be able to get it correct. Some of the questions are definitely difficult to be solved in 2 minutes, but don't be disheartened. The only reason we are putting this as 2 minutes is because I want to answer as many questions as I can in the 1 hour that I will be live. That is the only reason the time given for each of these questions is lesser. If you want, you can actually answer these questions after the stream is also over. You can pause the stream and then you can answer it later. You can take more time also. There is nothing that is stopping you from it. Anyway, if you want to take part in the test, please go to kraku.in/live. If you go to kraku.in/live, you will be able to take the test. The test will be starting in exactly another 2 minutes. So please go to kraku.in/live. And in the meantime, I'll answer a couple of questions and then we'll start with the first question. So please go to kraku.in/live. We have more than 150 people who are watching this stream live. So that is very good. Let me see how many likes we got. We got only 100 likes. Now that has to be improved. We need another 150 likes. Guys, if we get to 250 likes before the stream ends today, we'll be releasing the 100 quant questions that should be definitely solved for CAT. That will be a very long video. It will be probably a 3-hour video where we'll be giving 100 quant questions, all of them with video solutions, and it will be very, very useful for all of you. So if you want us to release this 100 quant question video, please do like the stream and try to get to 250 likes before the stream ends. Let me look at a few questions and after that I'll start today's session. Please go to kraku.in/live, guys. The session, the test is going to start in exactly 1 minute. Sir, as per analysis of previous years, slot 3 is difficult. Actually, my slot also is slot 3. We can't really go with which slot is easy, which slot is difficult. Don't worry about it. All these are completely pointless things. You can't change your slot right now. It makes no sense for you to change your slot based on these kind of hypothesis, and it will just take away your mental space. You should focus only on improving your CAT score and giving your best on the day of the examination. Other than that, everything else is not really useful. Sir, coordinates calculations are tricky. Please assist in that. Okay, what do you mean by that? Mayank Singh is saying those were made by different times. This one will be made by IMB. No, I don't agree that slot 3 will be the most difficult. I think that is completely unscientific. In fact, many people, and I also feel that slot 1 will be more unpredictable, because by the time, if there are any changes in the examination, many people will actually know it by slot 2 and slot 3. How many LRDIs are coming, how many questions are there in each section, those kind of things. At least is there any 6 question set, how many 6 question sets are there, those kind of if there is any big change, that will be a complete surprise for slot 1 people. Slot 2 and slot 3 at least go there with some adjustment already made. I would only recommend you to not get very bogged up. Don't ask too many questions to any of your friends who have taken the earlier slots, and don't go there with any preconceived notions, because that I think is a recipe for disaster. Just go there with an open mind and give your best. And I don't think any slot will be more difficult or more easy. It is just with respect to you, the preparation. Slot 1, because it's the first slot, psychologically it might have some impact, more impact on the people. This is my opinion. You are free to disagree with that. Okay guys, if you have any doubts, let me know. So let us start today's session. The first question is on your screens. We have 149 likes, guys. That is fantastic. But you know how many likes we need? We need another 102 likes. Please do like the stream, guys. I want to get to 250 likes before the session ends. Madhav Behati is saying how to prepare for VRC in the next 30 days. I would recommend you, if you are weak in VRC and if you are doing well in quant and LRDA, take 2 full length mocks every week and take like say 3 sectionals, 3 VRC sectionals every week, and focus on RC in each of the sectionals. And after the exam is over, analyze all the questions you have done wrong. That is one way in which you can improve. Secondly, if you are bored, don't keep this in the study time. If you are just bored and if you want to relax, just go to any of the important websites like Hindu, Indian Express or Guardian and read some articles there. That also will help you. But that should be only in your free time, where you are just looking to like chill out. Don't use that reading some articles on that as your study time. Navneesh Arora is saying, sir, I'm tired of getting low marks in VRC. I'm giving one section every day. Due to low confidence, my accuracy has improved, but attempts have went down. So your live mock attempt, your reading speed is fabulous. I read a lot, Navneesh, and that is something that I have, that is a habit I've inculcated over a few years. But my reading speed is not very, very good, but it is definitely better than many aspirants, that I know, but it is not extremely good. What I try to do is I try to be very focused. When I'm reading a passage, I try to figure out certain things when I'm reading the passage. Some of the things that I try to figure out is, initially only I try to figure out what kind of RC is this. Is the author trying to tell me something? Is the author being factual? Is he giving me some information or is he giving me some opinion? I also try to figure out what the views of the author are on certain aspects. By the way he phrases a particular sentence, I get some idea about what the author feels about certain things. It might not necessarily be about one particular line that he has written. For example, if it is a current affairs topic, I try to get a feeling about whether this guy is left-wing opinionated or right-wing opinionated. What does he really feel about certain other things, so that I have a mental map of the author. Again, these are things that I subconsciously make. I don't try to sit and think about him. But when I'm reading it, I try to get these kind of things into the picture so that my reading speed will improve, because then I'm able to jot many of the things quickly. Okay guys, let us try to answer this question. 27 people got it correct and 28 people got it wrong. Let us try to answer it. In the given diagram, O is the center of the circle. Angle ABO and angle ACO is equal to 55 degrees. So let us assume that this is X and this is Y. OB is equal to OC. Both of them are the radius of the circle, so both of them will be the same. Let us assume that this is small a and small a. So angle O at the center, because OBC is a triangle, this will be 180 minus 2a. And we always know that in a circle, if you have a circle and if you have a chord, the angle subtended at the circumference is exactly half the angle subtended at the center. This is true for any chord. If you have the same chord, which over here is this chord, if this is the center and this is any point on the circumference, if this is 2a, this will be equal to a. This will be half the angle subtended at the center. Using this theorem, we know that if this is 180 minus 2a, angle A over here, this will be 90 minus a, which is exactly half of 180 minus 2a. Now let us look at the triangle ABC. The sum of the three angles of this triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So 90 minus a plus x plus a plus y plus a, this is equal to 180 degrees. We can cancel 190 over here, this will be 90. We can cancel 1 minus a and we can cancel 1 plus a. So x plus y plus a is equal to 90 degrees. Why is this important? This is important because we know the value of x plus y, that is given to be equal to 55 degrees. So 55 plus a is equal to 90 degrees, or the value of a is equal to 35 degrees. So the answer for this question is option C, which is 35 degrees. Let us now look at the next question. If you are finding this session useful, please do share the link of this stream with your friends in any WhatsApp group or any Telegram group, because I want more people to join us. Then the session will be more productive for all of us. Vipin, I'm not going to answer your question. If anybody asks a particular question multiple times or spams, I don't answer those questions. Kshitij Reddy is saying Krakow, CAT mocks and sectionals are really good. Thanks a lot, Kshitij. Divyanshu Sharma, B. Sai, Harshit, please go to krakow.in/live. If you go to krakow.in/live, you can take part in this test and you can actually attempt the question over there itself. If anybody gets all the 10 questions correct, then they'll get a free Krakow t-shirt, similar to the shirt that I'm actually wearing now. It will be something like this. This is for students who get all the 10 questions correct. Devansh Bangat is saying, how can one increase quant score in 1 month? The easiest way, again, like it might sound like a tape recorder, but focus on the 3 topics: arithmetic, geometry, and algebra, and be very confident about the formulas. You can download all the important CAT formulas in the link that we'll give you in the description. Download CAT formulas. We have a PDF for the CAT formulas. Download it and try to know how to apply each of these formulas. That I think is the lowest hanging fruit. That will definitely help you in attempting some more questions correct. Okay, let us try to answer this question. This is an interesting question because when I first read this question, I thought, okay, this seems to be a very difficult question, but it is now not actually a difficult question. This seems to be a fairly easy question. Let us see. Here we have a triangle ABC, which is an isosceles triangle. Let us assume that this is ABC, where AB is equal to AC. This is A, this is B, and this is C. This is an isosceles triangle. Both of them are the same. The perimeter of this triangle is 36 centimeters. And let us assume that this is A and this is A. And if an altitude is drawn to the base BC of the triangle is 12 centimeters. So let us draw an altitude from here. Now in an isosceles triangle, if an altitude is drawn from the vertex, it will intersect the other side at the midpoint. This will be the same. This can be easily proved also, because if say this is point B, triangles ABD is congruent to triangle ADC, because we have 2 sides to be the same. We have the third side also to be the same, and we have the angle, because this is 90 degrees, also to be the same. These 2 angles are also the same because this is an isosceles triangle. So because all the 3 angles are the same and 2 sides are the same, then definitely both the triangles are congruent. This would imply that BD is equal to DC. Let us assume that both of them is equal to B and B. Now we are told that AD, this is equal to 12 centimeters. This height of the altitude is given to us. What we are required to calculate is the area of the triangle. What is the area of this triangle? The area of the triangle is half into base into height. So that will be half into the length of the base is B plus B, that is 2B, into the height is 12. So the area of the triangle is 12B. We are required to calculate the value of 12B. So for that we have to calculate the value of B. How can we actually do it? We have 2 formulas. One formula is that we have 2 equations. One equation is that the perimeter of this triangle is 36 centimeters. So A plus 2B is equal to 36, or the value of A plus B is equal to 18. This is one equation, and the other equation is the Pythagoras formula, because ABD is a right angle triangle where this is the hypotenuse. A square is equal to 12 square plus B square. We need to calculate the value of 12B, so let us eliminate A and calculate the value of B using these 2 equations. If A plus B is equal to 18, A is equal to 18 minus B. So if you substitute the value of 18 minus B in this equation, 18 minus B whole square is equal to 12 square plus B square. This is 324 minus 36B plus B square is equal to B square plus 144. For the value of 36B is equal to 180. For the value of B is equal to 5. The value of B is equal to 5. The area of the triangle is 12B, which is equal to 60 centimeters square. So the answer for this question is option A, which is 60 centimeters square. Let us now look at the next question. I am quite happy to see that there are more than 200 people who are watching this stream live. This will be a very useful stream, very important stream. So you should definitely try to answer each of these questions. And please do like the stream also. We have 189 likes. The target likes before the stream ends is 250. So we need another 61 likes. If we get to 61 likes, then in the next week, we will be releasing the very, very useful 100 quant questions. Most important quant questions for CAT on YouTube. This will be more than 3-hour long video. This will be very, very useful, where we will be giving 100 quant questions along with their detailed video solution. So definitely do check it out. If you want this, please do like the stream. We have 197 likes. We need only 53 more likes. Swarnendu Circle is saying, sir, your teaching style is really good. Thanks a lot, Sarvendu. SHR is saying, sir, scoring 90 percentile in mocks, what can I expect in actual CAT? If you are scoring 90 plus in mocks, you can definitely expect 95 plus percentile on the day of the examination. Because not everyone who's taking mocks, not everyone who's taking CAT is taking mocks. Only serious aspirants take mocks. So if your percentile is 90 in mocks, you're doing well even amongst the serious aspirants. So on the day of the examination, where many people who have not really taken mocks come to the examination, your score ideally will be much better than them. Tejosi Karthikeyan saying, I am usually getting 75 to 85 percentile in dash cats, but in dash cat 13 I got very low and it got me demotivated. That's okay. One mock shouldn't really matter much. There might be many reasons for it. You might not be feeling well in it. Maybe the questions were very difficult, or they were questions from the topics you're not comfortable with. There are many reasons. Don't let one data point impact how confident you feel. That I think is not a good idea. Let us try to answer this question. Here we are told that there is a rhombus and the difference in the angles of a rhombus is 60 degrees. This is what we are told. Using that, we can first calculate the angles of the rhombus. How do we do that? If you assume that one of the angles is A, the other angle will be A plus 60 because the difference is 60 degrees that is given to us. So this also will be A and this will be A plus 60. The sum of the four angles of a rhombus is 360 degrees. So over here, A plus 60 plus A plus 60 will be equal to 360 degrees, or 4A plus 120 is equal to 360 degrees. 4A is equal to 240 degrees, or the value of A is equal to 60 degrees. Once we know that A is equal to 60 degrees, this will be 60. This will be 60. This will be 120. And this will be 120. This is the first step in solving this question. Once we got that, let us draw the diagonals because we are required to calculate the ratio of the diagonals. So let us assume that this is one diagonal and this is the other diagonal. You should know that in a rhombus, the diagonals intersect each other at right angles. In a rhombus and also a square, because a square is a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. And in a square and a rhombus, the diagonals will bisect the angles. So over here, this will be 60 degrees. This will be 60 degrees. This will be 30 degrees and this will be 30 degrees. If you assume that each side of this rhombus is A, this is A, this is A, this is A and this is A. And if you assume that the lengths of the diagonals are D1 and D2, because in a rhombus and in a square, the diagonals bisect each other also. So this one will be D1 by 2 and this one will be D2 by 2. Now we can actually figure out the lengths of D1 and D2 because this is a right angle triangle. If you assume that this is A, B and O, ABO is a right angle triangle. Sine 60 degrees is opposite side, which is D1 by 2 divided by the hypotenuse, which is A. This is equal to root 3 by 2. And sine 30 degrees is equal to D2 by 2 divided by the hypotenuse, which is A, and we know that sine 30 degrees is equal to half. We are required to calculate the ratio of D1 by D2. So we'll take the ratio of these two equations. D1 by 2 divided by A and A will get cancelled, by 2 and by 2 will get cancelled. So D1 divided by D2 is equal to root 3 by 1. So the ratio of the diagonals, the lengths of the diagonals is root 3 is to 1, or the other way around, which is 1 is to root 3. So the answer for this question is option C, which is 1 by root 3. Let us now look at the next question. Okay guys, this is very interesting. We have 226 likes, just need 24 more likes. Please do like the stream and please do share it in your WhatsApp groups or in your Facebook groups or in your Telegram groups. This is a very useful stream and it will benefit most of the CAT aspirants quite a lot. Vipin T is saying, sir, I'm extremely sorry, I did it in anxiety, didn't mean to disrespect you. That's okay, man. In general, it's not something with respect to you. Many people spam a lot and that really gets me worked up. Okay, you are asking how to improve in LRDI. I'm getting low marks in Krakow test. In LRDI, there are two very important things that you should do. The first thing, which is the easiest thing, is to solve the LRDIs from previous papers. One question you might automatically ask is, but where do I get the previous CAT papers? For that, you have to just Google search Krakow CAT previous papers. It is as simple as this. In fact, I can actually show it to you right now. Just go to google.com. Once you go to google.com, just search for Krakow CAT previous papers. Again, as you can see, there are so many people who are searching for it. So because of it, it is actually being suggested by Google. So go to Krakow CAT previous papers, click on it. Here you will get the PDF. So if you're looking for say CAT 2000, I would recommend you to first solve CAT 2020, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, and CAT 2021, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. These 6 papers, at least all the LRDS, I would recommend you to solve. If you have more time, then go back to CAT 2019, CAT 2018, and so on. But these 6 slots, at least, you should definitely solve. And you can download the PDF. Just download this PDF. It will download somewhere. Open it. Here you can go to the LRDI sets. Say if this is the LRDI set, this is one set. You try to work it out. If you're not able to understand the solution, if you're not able to get the question, try as much time as you want, because I would recommend a PDF, because you don't have the pressure of time, you don't have a clock, so you want to just solve a set and feel confident that okay, these kind of sets I'm solving. So spend as much time as you want in trying to solve this set. If you're not able to solve it, you can click on this button. In the PDF there is a button given which is the video solution. Just click on it. It will open to a page on Krakow. If you go down over here, you can actually see the video solution. It is a very efficient way of actually solving the previous papers, and the best resource for you in the last 1 month for CAT for LRDI is the CAT previous papers, which are completely free. Once you're done with these CAT previous papers, then I would recommend you to go to the Krakow daily target. Krakow daily targets are very, very good, especially in LRDI. So anybody who doesn't know, definitely go to the Krakow daily targets and try to solve the LRDI sets that are given there. They will also, all of them have video solutions, and they will also help you understand the different types of LRDIs that can be actually asked. And every day, thousands of people take our Krakow daily targets. So you should also try to check it out. Anyway, let me try to answer this question. Here we are told that xy is the diameter of a circle and z is a point on xy. So let us draw a circle. Let us say this is the circle and xy is the diameter. So xy is like this and z is a point on xy. Let this be xy. A line perpendicular to xy is drawn from z which touches the circle at A. Basically we have something like this. This is a chord. This is say A and this is z. AZ is 8 centimeters. So this is 8. We know that if a chord is perpendicular to the diameter, the point of intersection will be the midpoint of the chord. So if this is 90 degrees and this is a line from the center, that is if you have a circle, something like this, and you have a chord, if this is the center and you draw a line from the center to the midpoint of the chord, this will be 90 degrees. And if you draw a perpendicular from the center to the chord, that will intersect the chord at the midpoint. This goes both ways. So anyway, over here, because we are told that AZ is perpendicular to the diameter, this will be the midpoint. Okay. And XZ is 4 centimeters. So this is 4. Okay. That also is known. What is the area of the circle? We are required to calculate the area of the circle. That is actually not very difficult, because if you think about it, we know that O is the center. OX will be the radius of the circle. Let us assume that the radius of the circle is R. So OZ will be R minus 4. Because this is 4, OZ will be R minus 4. So how do we actually figure out the value of R? We can do that by connecting O to A. OA will be also equal to R. And because OZA is a right angle triangle, because one of the angles is 90 degrees, we can use the Pythagoras theorem. So 8 square plus R minus 4 whole square is equal to the square of the hypotenuse, which is R square. 8 square is 64 plus R square minus 8R plus 4 square is 16 is equal to R square. You can cancel both of this. So the value of 8r is equal to 80, or the value of r is equal to 10. So the area of the circle is pi r square, which is equal to 100 pi square centimeters. So the answer for this question is option C. Let us now look at the next question. Neelakant Saxena saying, sir, how can your 200 sets of quant package be useful? Will it help with the final revision? It will give you very good practice, this quant questions, because all of them have video solutions. That is a very nice rich resource of questions with video solutions. That is how it is going to help you. Sir, how to choose between two close options in RC? What is your strategy? My strategy is always this. I try to figure out the two options, the two best possible options. And if I'm confused, I try to figure out how the options differ from each other. What exactly is the difference between one option and the other option? If you figure out what is the difference between two options, then you will be able to figure out which of the two options is the right option. Because some adjectives or some words will be used, adverbs, which might be too strong in one of the options. This example I give many times. Something like, say, if somebody does well in most tests, you know that there is one guy called Ajay, he does well in most tests. Or it might be given in the test that in the question, that in the passage, that Ajay is very good at maths, or Ajay is very intuitive at maths, and one of the options suggests that Ajay is the best at maths. Now in the passage it is given that he is very good at maths, it's not given that he is the best at maths. But if one of the options says that Ajay is very good at maths, or Ajay enjoys maths a lot and he is the best in his class, or something like that, and the other option says that Ajay enjoys maths and is very good at it. Now both of the options seem to be very close to each other. But if you figure out the difference between the two, you would understand that one of the option is saying that he's the best at maths and the other is saying he's very good at maths. So that is the difference. And you will figure out that one option is overemphasizing and overextending what the other has said. Based on that, you will figure out that the first option is wrong and the second option is correct. So try to figure out what is the difference between the two close options. That will give you hints about which of them is the right option. Okay, let us try to answer this question. In this question, we are told that Kamlesh is sailing in a river against the flow of water, and he observed that there is a tower which is 30 meters tall and the angle is 30 degrees. So it is something like this. After sailing for 20 seconds, he found that the top of the tower is at an angle of 60 degrees. So after sailing for some time, he figured out that the angle becomes like this. Initially, it was 30 degrees. After sailing for 20 seconds, it becomes 60 degrees. Let this be A, let this be B, let this be C, and let this be O. We are given the height of the tower. The height of the tower, is it given to us? Yeah, it is 30 meters. So this is 30 meters and this is 90 degrees. So based on this, we can calculate the length of BO. The length of BO will be 30 divided by tan 60 degrees, which is equal to, we should know that tan 60 degrees is root 3. So AO divided by BO is equal to root 3, or the value of BO is equal to AO, which is 30 divided by root 3, which is equal to 10 root 3. So this is 10 root 3. Similarly, AO divided by CO is equal to tan 30 degrees, which is equal to 1 by root 3, or the length of CO is equal to AO, which is 30 into root 3. So this is 30 root 3. Then we can easily figure out the length of CB, which will be equal to 20 root 3 meters. So this boat has traveled 20 root 3 meters in 20 seconds. So the speed of the boat is 20 root 3 divided by 20, which is equal to root 3 meter per second. But one thing you should remember is that he is sailing in a river against the flow of the water. The flow of the water is 1 meter per second. So in still water, the speed of the boat will be root 3 plus the speed of water, which is 1. Root 3 is 1.732 plus 1. So the speed will be 2.732 meter per second. So the answer for this question is option A. Let us look at the next question. How to improve in LRD in the last 1 month? I have just answered that. How is the distribution done in CAT 200 sets package topic wise? Mostly the topics will be as the importance, like arithmetic, geometry and algebra will form the bulk of it. You'll also have some modern math questions like say logarithms, functions. Those also will be there. Sir, while doing VRC analysis, I'm able to understand my mistake and why this should be the right option. But again, when I appear for a new mock, I end up with almost 30-40% accuracy VRC. Sir, would those quant questions be from past papers? Marajban is saying, yeah, some of the quant questions might be from previous papers. Navanish is saying, sir, I have a lot of pressure from my family and really nervous. How to stay focused? Please help. You have to figure out that everyone is nervous. You can't eliminate nervousness. When I take the examination, I am nervous. Most likely the day before the examination, I can't sleep properly because I am nervous. I've taken the examination 4-5 times. Still on the day of the examination, I am nervous. So nervousness is omnipresent. Everybody is nervous. What you should try to be is be less nervous than most of the other people. If you are able to control your nerves better than your competitors or your other peers, then you will be able to perform better. That is what you should focus on. So everybody will be nervous. Don't worry about it. You also will be nervous. Just ensure that your nervousness is not, you are not going overboard with your nervousness. Joydeep Ghosh is saying how to improve my mock percentile from 83 to 99. Just focus on your areas of weakness. Try to increase your mock percentile in each of the sections. In quant, try to increase it if you are scoring say 90. Try to get it to 93, 94. In VRC, try to get a few more questions correct. You have to analyze also your mocks well. You should try to figure out whether you're doing well in reading comprehension or in verbal. You should try to figure out if you're feeling very tired at the end of the mock or at the end of any section. In LRDA, you should try to figure out whether you are attempting the right sets. Are you getting stuck in any set? What are you doing likewise if you're stuck in a set? So if you have your analysis of your weakness done well, then increasing from 83 to 90, 95 is eminently possible in the last 1 month. But you should be very clear about why you are scoring 83. What are the areas that you can actually improve upon? That only you will know. How you can actually improve your scores by a few marks in each of the sections. That is how you should focus your mind on it. Okay, let us try to answer this question. A 90 centimeter string was taken and a circle of radius r was formed using it. The excess string was cut off. So if the radius of the circle is r, what is the circumference? The circumference of the circle will be 2 pi r. So the excess length that is cut off is 90 centimeters minus 2 pi r. This is cut off. The string forming the circle was now taken and an equilateral triangle of area 9 root 3 was formed using it. If the side of the equilateral triangle is A, the area of the equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. So if root 3 by 4 a square is equal to 9 root 3, the value of a square is equal to 36 or the value of a is equal to 6 centimeters. So the perimeter of the equilateral triangle is equal to 6 into 3, that is 18 centimeters. Earlier the length of the string is 2 pi r, now it is only 18 centimeters. So the new excess that is cut off is 2 pi r minus 18. What we are told is that both the excess elements are the same in length. So 90 minus 2 pi r is equal to 2 pi r minus 18, or the value of 4 pi r is equal to 108, or the value of r is equal to 108 divided by 4 pi. This is equal to 27 divided by pi. So the answer for this question is option C, which is 27 by pi. Let us now look at the next question. Sir, I am scoring half of the time 85 percentile and other half 90 percentile in dash cats. Can I expect 97 percentile in actual cat? I think you can definitely expect 97 percentile. Anybody who is scoring 90 percentile in dash cat is definitely on track to score 95 plus in the actual examination. So just focus on it, keep taking all the dash cats, keep taking all the sectional tests, and you will definitely be scoring 95 percentile on the day of the examination. Dhruv Mukherjee is saying, sir, I have been suffering from dengue and was bed rest for the last 10 days. Please suggest me a way in which I can regain momentum. First, focus on your health. Most important, cat is much smaller as compared to your health. That is the first thing. The second thing is, many people I know personally have done very well in last year's CAT after suffering from coronavirus just a few weeks before the examination. So it is quite okay. You should not be very worried about it. And all of those people suddenly had some sort of a perspective. They realized that CAT is much smaller, and getting back onto getting good health is very important. So that eased their pressure, where they felt that okay, on the day of the examination it is okay, at least I have survived and I have good health, so that is sufficient. And on the day of the examination they did very well. Many of them scored above 99. So take it in a similar way. Just focus on your health, ensure that you are physically strong, and don't get yourself either tired or nervous. Just focus on getting better. After that you can focus on your CAT preparation after you have recovered completely. Vanshika Agarwal is saying, sir, this is the easiest set of 2021. CAT slot 3. I don't remember which slot is easy, which slot is difficult. Sir, how to remember the properties of these shapes? All of them are so confusing. You have to just focus. I don't know. If you are finding the formulas to be difficult, there's not much that anybody can do, because many of the other people are putting in efforts to remember all of these formulas. Okay, let us check this out. In this figure, we are told that C is the center of the circle and QR is equal to CT. Angle PTC is equal to the ratio of angle PTC to angle QSC is 1:2. Find the measure of angle PUQ. So the first thing we do is, because we are given that C is the center, let us join C to P and Q. And because we are given angle PTC, so let us join P and T. And because we are given angle QSC, let us join Q to S. Essentially, we are joining the important points. Whatever information is given to us, we are using it. So this will be R, the radius of the circle, because we are told that QR is equal to CT, which is the radius of the circle. This also is R, and this also is R, and this also is R. We are also told that angle PTC, the ratio of angle PTC to QSC is 1:2. If we assume that this is A, this will be 2A. CS is also equal to R. This also is the radius of the circle. Now let us just look at the isosceles triangles, because the radius of the circle is the same. One isosceles triangle is PCT. So if one angle is A, this angle also will be A. Similarly, QSC is an isosceles triangle. CS is R, QC is R. So if this is 2A, this also will be 2A. This would tell us that angle QCS will be this one, 180 minus 4A. And this one over here will be 180 minus 2A, because the sum of the angles of a triangle are equal to 180 degrees. This would tell us that this angle over here we can calculate. This will be equal to 180 minus 180 minus 2A plus 180 minus 4A. Because the angle around a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. This is 360 minus 6A. So this angle will be essentially equal to 6A minus 360. This would tell us, again, if you are looking at triangle CPQ, that is an isosceles triangle because two sides are equal to the radius, which is R and R. So these two angles will be the same, and the sum of those two angles will be 180 minus 6A minus 360. So this is minus 180. This is 6A minus 180, not 6A minus 360. Small mistake. So this will be 360 minus 6A. So each of these two angles will be half of that, which is 180 minus 3A. Now the reason I am writing all of this is because even though this might not be useful to solving this particular question, by imagining all of this, by trying to figure out the values of each one of them, I would immediately be very assured that I have used all the information that is at my disposal. Now another key element, if you think about it, is the information that we haven't used till now, which is that QR is equal to CT. This information is given to us, but we haven't used it. Now think about how we can actually use this information. Looking at the theme of this question, triangle QCR is also an isosceles triangle. QR is equal to QC. So if this angle is 180 minus 4a, this angle will also be equal to 180 minus 4a. That is the only reason for giving us the information that QR is equal to CT. Now if you are looking at triangle PRT, what are the three angles of this triangle? One angle is RPT, this one. This is 180 minus 3a plus a. The second one is angle PTR, which is a. And the next one is angle R, which is 180 minus 4a. This is equal to 180 degrees because the sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. We can cancel 180 over here. This, if you are simplifying, you are going to get that 5a is equal to 180, or the value of a is equal to 36 degrees. Once we know the value of a, what are we required to calculate? We are required to calculate the value of angle PUQ, this one. How do we calculate it? We can calculate it by first knowing that if you draw a line over here, if you are trying to figure out the angle subtended by the chord PQ at the circumference, we know the angle it is subtending at the center. This is equal to 6a minus 180 degrees. So the angle it subtends at the circumference will be half of it, which is 3a minus 90. A is equal to 36 degrees, so 3a will be 108. 3a minus 90, this angle will be equal to 108 minus 90, which is 18 degrees. Now if you are looking at PUQ and this point be say Z, PUQZ is a cyclical quadrilateral. So the sum of angle Z plus angle U will be equal to 180 degrees. If this is 18 degrees, this one will be equal to 162 degrees, which is equal to 180 minus 18. So the answer for this question is option C. Just to reiterate what we have done, let me clear all of this. We have basically joined C to P and Q, and we have joined T to T and Q to S. Using this, using the information that PCT is an isosceles triangle. Sorry, PCT, these two are the same. Both of them are the radius. Similarly, QCS is an isosceles triangle because we have two sides which are the radius. Similarly, PQC is an isosceles triangle because again we have two radius, and we are given the information that QR is equal to CT. So QCR is an isosceles triangle. Using this and the fact that the ratio of these angles is 1:2, we assume that this is A and this will be 2A, and figuring out the values of A using this isosceles triangles, we figured out that the value of A is equal to 36 degrees. Once we figured out that the value of A is 36 degrees, we were able to figure out that this is equal to 6a minus 180 degrees. And if you, this is basically the angle subtended by the chord PQ at the center. So the angle subtended by this chord at any point on the circumference will be half of it, which will be 3a minus 90. As A is 36 degrees, 3a minus 90 will be 18 degrees. Now this is a cyclic quadrilateral. So the sum of the opposite angles will be 180 degrees. If this is 18 degrees, this will be 180 minus 18, which is equal to 162 degrees. So the answer for this question is option C. Let us look at the next question. Guys, please do like this stream. If you are finding this stream to be useful, please do like it and please do share it with your friends. Okay, let us try to answer this question. In this diagram, we are told that QS is to SR is 3:1. So let us assume that this is 3x and this is x. And we are told that PT is to TS is 1:2. So let us assume that this is y and this is 2y. What is the area of triangle PTQ is what percentage of the area of triangle PQR. Now, if you're looking at the triangle PQR, if it is looking like this, this is P, Q and R. If the area of this triangle is 4A, as we are splitting the base in the ratio of 3:1, if you're looking at just the triangle PQS, this will be 3A and this will be A. The reason for that is quite simple and also intuitive. If you assume that the altitude from P to QR, that altitude is say h, that is if you are drawing the height of this from P to QS. If this is equal to h, the area of PQR will be half into the base, which if this is say 3x plus x, that is 4x, into the height. This is equal to 4a. This is the overall area of triangle PQR. What is the area of triangle PQS? That is half into the base, which is just QS, which is 3x, into the height, which remains the same. The height of triangle PQS is equal to the height of triangle PSR. So the area of PQS will be half into 3x into h, which will be equal to 3a. Similarly, the area of PSR will be half into the base over here is x into the height of PSR is also equal to h. This is equal to a. Anyway, the area of angle of triangle PQS is 3a. Now using the same theorem or using the same principle, if you are now dividing PS in the ratio of 1:2, this is T, if this is 1 and this is 2, the area of triangle PQT will be 1 divided by 1 plus 2, that is 1/3 of 3a, which is a, and the area of TQS will be 2 divided by 2 plus 1, that is 2 by 3 into 3a, which is 2a. Because again, if you are looking at PQS, this is the triangle PQS, we are just twisting it. This is P, this is Q and this is S. If you are drawing a line like this, from Q, if you are drawing an altitude, if this is the perpendicular that is drawn from Q, this height h1 will be the same for, the altitude will be the same for PQT as well as QTS. For both of them it is h1. So the areas, the ratio of the areas will be the ratio of their bases, which is 1:2. So anyway, the area of triangle PTQ, which is A, is what percentage of the area of triangle PQR, which is 4a. This will be A divided by 4a into 100%, which is equal to 1 by 4 into 100%, which is 25%, which is option B. Okay guys, that's it for today. I would have continued for some more time, but I'm not feeling really well. So thanks for joining in. If you have any doubts, please do message in the chat or please do ask below this video. I'll try to answer all of those questions either tomorrow or on Monday. Thanks for tuning in.